Have you ever felt like you're stuck in the same loop, repeating the same patterns, wishing you could jump into a new reality where your dreams are already true? Maybe you've heard of quantum leaping, but you're unsure of how to actually make that shift. The idea of jumping from one reality to another can sound like a far-off fantasy. But what if I told you it's not only possible, but it's something you can start doing today? Quantum leaping is all about shifting your frequency to align with a higher version of yourself. One who already lives the life you dream of. It's about changing your internal state so you can access a reality where your desires have already been fulfilled. The problem is many people don't know how to actually make that jump, and that's where the magic happens. The truth is you don't need to fight or struggle to manifest what you want. The key is in aligning your energy, emotions, and actions with the version of you who already has it. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how you can quantum leap into a higher reality. No more wondering how it works, just actionable steps you can take to start seeing real transformation. Ready? Let's dive in. To quantum leap into a new reality, the first and most crucial step is changing your internal frequency. Every reality exists at a specific vibrational frequency, and to align with the reality you desire, you must adjust your own frequency to match it. This process begins with understanding where your current frequency is and how it differs from the one required to access your desired reality. Your frequency is determined by your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. These internal states create a vibrational signature that communicates with the quantum field. When this signature resonates with the frequency of the reality you want, you can begin to tune in to that reality, just like tuning a radio to the right station. In this way, you align with the version of yourself and the circumstances that already exist in that higher timeline. Shifting your frequency is not about forcing things to change, but about becoming the person who naturally resonates with the desired reality. It's about embodying the emotions and beliefs that align with your goals, as if they have already been achieved. By focusing on this alignment, you begin to see and experience new opportunities, ideas, and actions that bring your desired reality into physical form. The key to quantum leaping is realizing that the world around you is a reflection of your internal state. By changing your frequency to match the life you want, you open the door to the reality where your dreams have already manifested. Emotions are the most powerful tool we have for shifting our frequency and quantum leaping into a new reality. Everything in the universe, including us, is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Our emotions are the driving force behind these vibrations, and they act as the key to aligning us with the reality we want to experience. When we consciously cultivate the emotions of the reality we desire, whether it's abundance, love, joy, or success, we begin to match the frequency of that reality. For example, if you want to manifest financial success, you need to feel abundant, prosperous, and confident. These emotions resonate at the same frequency as a reality where financial success is already yours. By consistently embodying these emotions, you begin to vibrate in harmony with the version of yourself who already lives that reality. Our emotions are like a password to higher timelines, acting as a direct communication channel to the quantum field. The quantum field responds to the emotions we are emitting, pulling experiences and opportunities into our lives that match the energy we are putting out. This is why it's so important to be mindful of our emotional state. Our feelings directly influence the outcomes we attract. The key to quantum leaping is emotional alignment. By consistently feeling the emotions of your desired reality, you send out a frequency that pulls that reality toward you. The more you align with the emotions of your dreams, the faster you will manifest them into physical experience. Our emotions play a vital role in shaping the reality we experience by sending signals to the quantum field. The quantum field is an invisible, interconnected web of energy that surrounds us, and it is constantly responding to the energetic frequencies we emit. These frequencies are influenced by our emotions, which act as signals that communicate our desires and intentions to the universe. The emotional state we consistently maintain serves as a beacon, broadcasting a frequency that attracts experiences, people, and opportunities that align with that energy. When we feel joy, gratitude, abundance, or love, we resonate at a higher frequency, attracting more of the same into our lives. Conversely, negative emotions like fear, doubt, or frustration emit a lower frequency, drawing in experiences that reflect those feelings. Emotions essentially create our energetic signature. This signature is unique to us and defines the energy we send out into the world. Just like a tuning fork that resonates with a specific pitch, our emotions vibrate at particular frequencies that influence what we attract. If we want to manifest a new reality, we must shift our energetic signature to match the reality we desire. By consciously choosing emotions that align with our goals, we change the frequency we emit and, in turn, change the experiences we attract. The quantum field doesn't discriminate, it simply responds to the energy we send out. Therefore, by maintaining a positive, empowered emotional state, we invite the experiences that match that frequency into our lives. Parallel realities and lifelines are key concepts in quantum leaping. Each possible reality exists as a unique lifeline or timeline, each with its own distinct frequency and script. A script represents the circumstances, events, and outcomes that unfold based on the frequency you are operating on. These lifelines are like parallel worlds, each containing different versions of yourself, living out different experiences and outcomes. The key to quantum leaping is realizing that you cannot change the script or circumstances of the reality you are currently experiencing. The script you are living in right now is a reflection of the frequency you are vibrating at. Instead of fighting or resisting the current reality, you can shift to a different lifeline where the script aligns with your desires. By doing so, you move into a reality that supports the outcomes you are seeking, whether that's abundance, love, success, or personal growth. Lifelines represent parallel realities, and each one holds a different version of who you are and the life you are living. In one lifeline, you may be struggling with financial challenges, while in another, you could be living a life of financial freedom and abundance. The version of yourself that exists in each lifeline is determined by the frequency you are operating on. To quantum leap, you must raise your frequency to match the reality you want, effectively jumping to the lifeline that already contains the script for your desired outcomes. By shifting to a higher frequency, you can access the reality where your goals and desires are already manifested. The process of jumping timelines, also known as quantum leaping, is about shifting from one reality to another, not by trying to change your present reality, but by moving into a new reality where what you desire already exists. It's not about fighting your current circumstances or forcing change, but rather aligning your internal frequency with the frequency of the reality where your desires are already manifested. Quantum leaping requires stepping off your current lifeline, the timeline you are currently experiencing, and into another lifeline with a different frequency that aligns with the reality you wish to create. Your current reality is a reflection of the frequency you are operating at, and to shift to a new timeline, you must raise your vibration to match the frequency of your desired reality. This leap feels like stepping into a completely different world where the challenges and limitations of your current reality no longer exist. As you make this frequency shift, you enter a space where your desires are effortlessly fulfilled. It's as if you've tuned into a new channel, one that plays out the life you've been dreaming of. Quantum leaping is not a forced or rushed process. It's a natural unfolding that occurs when you align your emotions, thoughts, and actions with the higher frequency of your desired reality. By shifting your internal state, you move seamlessly onto a new timeline where opportunities, experiences, and outcomes that align with your desires begin to manifest. Once you've successfully aligned with the frequency of your desired reality, the next step is to take inspired action. This is where many people get confused. They often think that they need to force things to happen. But quantum leaping is not about forcing or struggling. It's about trusting that once you are in alignment with the reality you want, action will naturally flow from that higher state of consciousness. Inspired action comes from a place of intuition and inner guidance. When your frequency matches the reality you want to experience, you begin to receive nudges, ideas, and insights that lead you toward the next steps. These actions feel effortless and natural rather than forced or driven by fear. They are aligned with your higher self and resonate with the version of you who already lives in that desired reality. It's essential to trust this process and not second-guess yourself. The actions you take from this new frequency are steps that the universe is guiding you to take. These steps are often small, intuitive moves that will lead you to bigger changes over time. By taking these actions, you bring your desired reality into the physical world. Taking action from a higher frequency means you're no longer reacting to life from a place of scarcity, fear, or limitation. Instead, you're creating from a place of abundance, trust, and alignment with your highest vision. As you continue to act from this elevated state, you will start to see your desires manifest more effortlessly in your life. Taking action without the proper frequency alignment can often lead to frustration, overwhelm, and burnout. Many people fall into the trap of thinking they must constantly hustle or force things to happen in order to achieve their goals. However, this approach can create resistance and make the process of manifesting your desires much harder than it needs to be. The key to smooth and effortless manifestation lies in allowing inspired action to flow from a place of alignment with your higher self. When you're in alignment with the frequency of your desired reality, the action steps that will guide you toward your goals will become clear and natural. These actions are not forced or driven by stress, but rather by intuition and inspiration. Inspired action comes from the elevated consciousness of the reality you are aligning with, meaning it's a result of your internal state, not external pressure. Waiting for inspired ideas and actions is essential because it allows the how of your manifestation to naturally reveal itself. Once you've shifted your frequency to match your desired reality, the universe begins to provide guidance in the form of intuitive nudges, new opportunities, and creative solutions. These inspired actions may seem small or unexpected, but they lead you in the right direction with ease. By allowing inspired action to flow, you avoid the burnout that comes from pushing against the natural flow of things. Trust that the universe will guide you step by step, and that taking action from this state of flow will bring you closer to your desired outcome with much less effort. One of the most crucial aspects of quantum leaping is learning to avoid struggle and embrace ease. Too often, people try to force outcomes by pushing themselves harder, trying to manipulate external circumstances, or resisting where they are. However, this struggle only hinders the process of manifestation and slows down the quantum leap. The key to a smooth leap into your desired reality lies in shifting your focus from fighting your current situation to aligning with the frequency of the reality you want to create. When we force outcomes, we are essentially aligning ourselves with the very energy of struggle, which perpetuates more struggle in our lives. This creates a feedback loop that keeps us stuck in the same cycle, preventing us from accessing the higher frequency where our desires are already fulfilled. The universe responds to our internal state, So when we are in a state of resistance or force, we attract more resistance and more challenges. Instead of pushing against the present reality, the true power lies in aligning with the frequency of your desired reality. This means shifting your internal state, your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs to match the energy of the life you want to live. When you align with that frequency, things will begin to flow effortlessly toward you. Quantum leaping requires trust and patience. By releasing the need to control every detail and simply allowing the process to unfold naturally, you will create space for the reality you desire to manifest with much less effort and far more ease. Let go of struggle and step into the flow. Becoming the person who naturally attracts what you desire is a fundamental part of the quantum leaping process. Instead of focusing solely on external actions or circumstances, the real key to manifesting your dreams lies in aligning with the frequency of the version of yourself who already lives the reality you desire. To quantum leap, it's essential to focus on embodying the traits, emotions, and mindset of the person you want to become. This involves shifting your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings to match the version of yourself who is already living your desired reality. For example, if you want to manifest abundance, start feeling abundant now, even if your current situation doesn't reflect that yet. If you want to experience more success, adopt the mindset of someone who is already successful. Quantum leaping isn't just about wishing for things to change. It's about becoming the energy of that change. When you align emotionally and mentally with the person who has what you want, you begin to naturally attract experiences, opportunities, and people that resonate with that frequency. This internal alignment sends a signal to the universe that you are ready for the reality you desire. By becoming that person now, even before the physical manifestations show up, you open the path for those desired experiences to unfold. The universe responds to your energy, so when you embody the person you want to be, you align with the reality that matches that energy. This is where the magic happens. When you align with your higher self, the reality you desire begins to flow toward you effortlessly. The process of quantum leaping isn't always immediate, and often there's a gap between aligning emotionally with your desired reality and seeing that reality physically manifest. This gap, often referred to as the void, can feel uncomfortable as doubts, fears, and uncertainty arise. It's a critical phase in the manifestation process, a test of your patience, trust, and commitment to the process. The void can be challenging because it often feels like nothing is happening, and your external circumstances might not yet reflect the internal shift you've made. During this time, it's easy to become discouraged or tempted to revert to old ways of thinking and acting. However, this is precisely where the power of faith and consistency comes into play. In the void, the most important thing is to continue holding the emotional alignment with your desired reality. You must remain connected to the frequency of the life you are creating, even if it hasn't fully materialized yet. Your emotional state is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Keep embodying the feelings, beliefs, and behaviors of the version of yourself who already lives in that desired reality. Remember, your physical experience is simply catching up with the new energy you've embodied. By staying aligned and trusting the process, you allow the universe the time it needs to bring the conditions of your new reality into form. The void is temporary, and by remaining patient and focused, you ensure that your desired manifestations are on their way. When it comes to quantum leaping, many people think they need to make huge, dramatic jumps in order to create significant change in their lives. However, incremental quantum leaps, gradual, smaller steps toward your desired reality, can actually lead to faster and more sustainable results. The subconscious mind is a powerful force, and it works best when it can process changes at a manageable pace. Sudden, drastic leaps in frequency can overwhelm the subconscious, causing resistance and a return to old patterns. By taking smaller incremental steps, you allow your subconscious to adjust more easily and align with the higher frequencies you're working to embody. Each small jump is like training your mind and body to embrace the new energy, helping you recalibrate without causing overwhelm. The beauty of incremental quantum leaps is that they prevent the feeling of being stuck or too far removed from where you are. Each small shift in frequency brings you closer to your desired reality while allowing you to build confidence and trust in the process. You also start to notice small manifestations and synchronicities along the way, which reinforce the alignment and motivate you to continue. By embracing gradual progress, you maintain a sense of control and stability while consistently moving forward. The key is to focus on the next small step that feels right for you, rather than attempting a massive leap all at once. This approach ensures that your frequency shifts are sustainable and aligned with the reality you're creating, making your quantum leap feel both natural and exciting. Creating a metamorphosis cocoon is a powerful tool for transforming your reality and supporting your quantum leap. Just like a caterpillar transforms into a butterfly within its cocoon, you too must immerse yourself in environments that align with the higher frequency of the life you wish to create. These environments act as a safe space for you to recalibrate your mind and body, helping you adjust to the new energy and reality you're stepping into. A metamorphosis cocoon includes surrounding yourself with people, mentors, books, experiences, and communities that reflect the reality you desire. If you're working toward financial abundance, for example, place yourself in circles where money flows freely and success is normalized. If you're striving for personal growth, seek out mentors who embody the qualities you wish to develop. The goal is to immerse yourself in an environment where the reality you want to live is already a norm, not something distant or unattainable. This cocoon helps to recalibrate your energetic frequency by constantly exposing you to the mindset, behaviors, and experiences that align with your desired reality. When you surround yourself with the right influences, your mind and body start to naturally adjust and align with that frequency. Over time, this recalibration makes the higher reality feel more familiar, comfortable, and achievable. By creating a metamorphosis cocoon, you provide the necessary support for your transformation, enabling you to grow into the version of yourself who can effortlessly attract and live the life you desire. Detachment is one of the most powerful yet often misunderstood principles in the manifestation process. When we become attached to a specific outcome, we inadvertently create resistance. This attachment sends out a frequency of lack or desperation, signaling to the universe that we are not yet whole or complete without the desired result. This energetic resistance slows down the manifestation process, or, in some cases, prevents it entirely. The secret to attraction lies in detachment, not in abandoning your desires, but in releasing the need to control how and when they show up. When you detach from the outcome, you open up space for the universe to deliver your desires in the most perfect, aligned way possible. Instead of clinging to a particular result, you trust the process and remain open to the many ways your desires could manifest. The key is to desire the outcome, but not to need it. When you need something, there is an underlying sense of fear or lack. By releasing this need, you allow yourself to remain calm, centered, and abundant, knowing that what you want is already on its way. Detachment creates freedom, freedom from anxiety, freedom from impatience, and freedom from the pressure to force things into being. When you stop forcing, you make space for your desires to flow naturally to you. By focusing on the present moment, embracing trust, and releasing attachment, you become a magnet for the outcomes you seek, attracting them effortlessly into your life. Thank you so much for watching and taking the time to learn how to quantum leap into a higher reality. I hope Have these insights and actionable steps inspire you to make that powerful shift and start living the life you've been dreaming of. Remember, it's all about aligning your energy, emotions, and actions to the reality you desire. It really is within your reach. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with anyone who you think might benefit from this transformation process. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's one action step you're going to take today to quantum leap into your desired reality? Drop a comment below and let's start a conversation. I can't wait to read your experiences and support you as you embark on this incredible journey. And if you're ready to dive even deeper into the quantum leaping process, check out the resources I've linked in the description for more. Keep shining, stay aligned, and as always, trust the process. See you in the next video.